What is good, y'all? It is the Young King Ken, and today we're going to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2. Yes, that is the official title for Nintendo's next console. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So first, I wanted to talk about the name Nintendo Switch 2 because I feel like sometimes it gets overlooked, but I really like the name, even though I prefer it to be called the Super Nintendo Switch. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. But I like the name because it shows that Nintendo is not trying to repeat their mistakes or trying not to be too experimental like they did with the Wii U, which everyone thought was an add-on to the Nintendo Wii. And the hardware is really living up to its name. You know, everything is much larger. The screen, the Joy-Cons, and the functionality of the Joy-Cons is slightly different in the sense that you don't have to slide them onto the screen. You can now click on, I believe it's like a magnetic feel, which is interesting, but they also have a adjustable kickstand, which is amazing because I've been using all sorts of objects, headphones, other controllers, books to keep my original Switch standing upright the way I wanted it. So this is definitely a much needed feature. I am curious though on the Joy-Cons, that button under the home button, and I wonder what that'll do. And they also showed the Switch 2 running a game. Now, this gameplay that we're seeing here is supposedly the next Mario Kart. And there's some things in that little snippet that I wanted to just talk about, like the starting line, where if you see those little markers where the racers are usually at before a race begins, it can be applied that there could be around 24 races on a single track, which is crazy given the chaotic nature of the game. And then you see the racers in various karts, so I assume kart customization will be back, and some of the character models seem a little bit different. I definitely know Mario's model is it's almost similar or reminiscent of Mario Wonder. I don't know if I'm not the only one who sees that, but I feel like that's cool. But of course they didn't really show much. Well, they probably shown a lot more than what I really see if I have to just sit down and analyze it a little bit more. And I'll talk about it more in a separate video. I not only do, of course, Nintendo content, Nintendo discussions, also do just general gaming discussions, as well as anime content, and I do YouTube shorts, right? So if you want to be a supporter of the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to hit that like button as well. And talking more about the trailer, of course, at the end, it does give a little dialogue about what games that you can play. Of course, Nintendo Switch 2 plays Nintendo Switch 2 games. What a surprise. But the backwards compatibility with both physical and digital copies of the original Nintendo Switch games is a huge plus. And of course, it's kind of like doing that PS4, PS5 backwards compatibility where certain games may not be supported or fully compatible. So there's also that. And they gave us a date for the next Nintendo Direct, which is going to feature Nintendo Switch 2, as I assume the launch games and some of the games that are coming out within its first year of launch. So, and of course you can make the prediction of when the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to come out. Now, I originally thought it was going to be in April, or March or April, given the fiscal year, but it's not. I think most people are predicting that with this Direct, and of course the the amount of showings. They're going to have like demos out in LA, New York, and Dallas throughout the month of April. So I highly doubt that the system will come out then. I'm probably thinking like between May and July, perhaps. I wouldn't think they would do it any later since they just shadow dropped this. So my overall impressions on the Nintendo Switch 2 is that it's pretty much a souped up Nintendo Switch, which is pretty much what I was expecting. Nintendo's really learned their lessons. It's definitely in the marketing department, because the Wii U was a disaster, as I mentioned before. But yeah, like moving forward, I feel pretty good about this. I really wonder how the Joy-Cons are going to feel. I'm very curious, if they're going to show like the home screen and everything, to see if we get something like improved, especially the themes, if we're going to get customizable themes and not just black and white. Also, like, I'm curious to see how they're going to utilize the Mii's and Mii customization, and how we can like interact with our friends' Mii's, like how they did on the Wii. Because I mean, to be frank, it was underutilized. And I'm also curious to see how Nintendo Switch Online is going to work, if we're going to have new games onto the service. And I want to talk about, between now and the Nintendo Direct, you can go to my channel and watch some previous prediction videos. They still like hold up. Like, for example, my prediction that the GameCube and DS games will be coming to Nintendo Switch Online, which I have those 2 videos on my channel. Then a couple things that I expect from the Nintendo Switch 2. That video is on my channel. So yeah, just look through my catalog. I have over 100 videos, not just Nintendo discussions, but other games here and there. And if you like the video, give it a like, please subscribe, and until the next video, I will need y'all to keep our kingdom seized, y'all.